everyone, I am Vidhi Patel, lecturer in the Computer IT department at LJ Polytechnic. We will see introduction of ER model in this tutorial. ER model stands for Entity Relationship Model. It is a high-level data model. This model is used to define the data elements and relationship for a specific system. It develops a conceptual design for the database. It also develops a very simple and easy to design view of data. We can say that subschema of the database. In ER modeling, the database structure is portrayed as a diagram called an entity relationship diagram. For example, suppose we have designed a school database. In this database, the student will be an entity with attributes like address, name, ID, age and many more. The address can be another entity with attributes like city, street name, pin code, etc. And there will be a relationship between them. Here you can see the symbols like rectangle and oval. Here rectangle represent entity and oval represent attributes. Let's see components of ER diagram. First one is entity. An entity is a thing or an object existing in the real world that is distinguishable from all the other objects. It is represented by a rectangle in the ER diagram. For example, any customer of a bank is an entity. A customer says Zia exists in the real world as she is living thing. She can be distinguishable from other customers based on her customer ID, name, address and other data. And also, she is different from an employee, an account, a loan, a transaction and a branch. Similarly, each employee, account, loan, transaction and branch is also an entity. Other examples include any particular person, student, college, subject, book, author, bike, car and so on. These all are existing in the real world and can be distinguishable from other one. There are two types of entity, concrete entity and abstract entity. A concrete entity is a physically existing entity such as a customer, an employee or a book. An abstract entity has no physical existence such as an account, a loan or a subject. Next component is attribute of ER diagram. An entity possesses certain properties. The value of these properties distinguishes one entity from another entity. For example, the property of a customer include customer ID, name, address and contact number. It is called as an attribute. Attributes are descriptive properties possessed by each member of an entity set. For example, an entity set customer has attributes like customer ID, name, address and contact number denoted by CID, CNAME, address, contact number respectively. Similarly, an entity set account has attributes like account and balance denoted by ANO and balance respectively. It is represented by oval in the ER diagram. Let's see types of attribute one by one. First one is composite attribute versus simple attribute. Composite attributes can be divided into smaller subparts. For example, the address attribute can be divided into subparts such as street, city, state and postal code. Whereas simple attributes cannot be divided into subparts. Simple attributes are also referred as atomic attribute. Next attribute is single versus multi-value attribute. Single value attributes have single data value for a particular entity. For example, customer ID and account number are single value attributes. Multi-value attributes have multiple data value for a particular entity. For example, contact number is a multi-value attribute. Since any particular customer can have 0, 1 or more contact numbers. Next attributes are store versus derived attribute. The value for derived attribute can be derived from the value of the other related attribute. Consider two attributes, age and date of birth for customer entity set. Here age can be calculated by using date of birth and current date. So age is considered as derived attribute while date of birth is considered as store attribute or base attribute. Here store attribute is also known as base attribute. Next component of ER diagram is relationship. A relationship is an association or connection among several entities. It is represented by diamond in the ER diagram. In banking application, each and every account is associated with some particular customer. In other words, each and every customer owns an account in a bank. This kind of association is known as relationship. For example, there is a relationship between a customer say Zia and some account. Say, account with account number A01. This relationship indicates that A01 account is owned by customer Zia. Let's see types of relationship. It is also known as cardinality of the relation. Cardinality means number of records present into a relation. First one is one-to-one relationship. When only one instance of an entity is associated with the relation, that is known as one-to-one relationship. For example, a female can marry to a one male and a man can marry to a one female. Second one is a one-to-many relationship. When only one instance of the entity on the left and more than one instance of the entity on the right associated with the relation, then this is known as one-to-many relationship. For example, scientists can invent many inventions, but the invention is done by one only specific scientist. Next one is many-to-one relationship. When more than one instance of the entity on the left and only one instance of an entity on the right associated with the relation, then it is known as many-to-one relationship. For example, student enrolls for only one course, but course can have many students. Next one is many-to-many relationship. When more than one instance of the entity on the left and more than one instance of entity on the right associated with the relationship, then it is known as many-to-many relationship. For example, employee can assign by many projects and projects can have many employees. There are some important questions available for this tutorial. Let's see them one by one. First one is what is entity. Next one is what is attribute. Next question is draw the symbol of ER diagram. Next one is list the types of attribute, and the last question is what is cardinality. You can write your answers into the comment section. We have seen basics of ER model in this tutorial. If you have any doubt or query regarding this tutorial, then you can write it into the comment section. If you want to watch another tutorials of this series, then link is available in the description box. If you like the video, then press on the like button and share the video. Stay tuned with us for watching new videos of this series. Thank you for watching this video.